The last Mughal emperor ruling India was Aurangzeb. After his death in 1707, many Mughal governors started regional display of authority and crippled Delhi as an effective governing center. By the second half of the 18th century, however, a new power was emerging which set foot on land as traders. It was not long before these traders soon established their brand and called themselves the East India Company. The East India Company strategically entered India and acquired the sole right from Queen Elizabeth to trade with India. This eliminated competition from England. But this did not stop other European explorers. The Portuguese had already set up base at Goa. The French and the Dutch joined soon. All of them had similar interests: the fine cotton and silk, the best spices the world had ever seen, such as pepper, cloves, cardamom and cinnamon. Competition grew ugly and fierce battles took place between the trading companies. They sank each other's ships, blocked routes, and prived with goods. While others were busy in trade, the East India Company had a bigger agenda. It all started in Bengal. The first English factory was set up in Bengal, near the river Hooghly, in 1651. The factory was used to store the export goods and offices for officials. Merchants and traders were persuaded to settle around the factory. In the next 2 years, they bribed the Mughal emperors and got rights over 3 villages. Calcutta was one among them. Soon, there were deliberate conflicts between the East India Company and the Nawabs. The Nawabs refused to grant any concessions to the company, stopped trade expansion, and accused that the company was depriving Bengal of its revenues. Sirajuddaula became the Nawab of Bengal in 1756. The British tried to make Sirajuddaula's rival a Nawab, who would then be their puppet. This enraged Sirajuddaula. He marched 30,000 soldiers to the English factory in Kasam Bazar. He captured the officials, locked the warehouse, and even tried to destroy the fort in Calcutta. The company officials from Madras sent forces under the command of Robert Clive, along with a naval fleet. Finally, in 1757, Nawab of Bengal was defeated. Mir Jafar, the commander of the Sirajuddaula army in Plassey, was bribed by the British. Betrayal led to the first victory of the company. In 1764, Mir Qasim was defeated at Battle of Buxar, and Mir Jafar became the Nawab again. With time, taxation got worse. Nawabs were forced to pay 50,000 per month. In 1765, Clive declared that Britishers could themselves become Nawabs. After the declaration, British Nawabs became very rich. Clive himself turned rich, but was later summoned to the British court back home. The company adopted strategy to gain power. They appointed residents in each state. The prince or the ruler of the state was expected to follow orders from the resident. Indian rulers were not allowed to have their own armed forces, but were protected by the company and were forced to pay subsidiary forces for the same. Mysore had grown in strength under its rulers Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan. In 1785, he stopped the export of sandalwood, pepper, and cardamom through the ports. He disallowed local merchants from trading with the English company and modernized his army. The company had to fight 4 wars with Mysore: 1767–69, 1780–84, 1790–92, and 1799. Tipu Sultan was killed in the last battle, the last battle of Seringapatam. Mysore was then placed under subsidiary alliance. With the defeat to Marathas in the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761, their dream of ruling from Delhi was shattered. There were a series of wars with Marathas. The first among them ended in 1782 with the Treaty of Solba. The Second War, 1803–05, resulted in British taking over Orissa, Agra, and Delhi. Finally, after 3 wars, in the Third Anglo-Maratha War, they crushed the Maratha power. Under the governance of Lord Dalhousie, a policy was introduced for annexing more and more territories. It meant if an Indian ruler passed away without a male heir, his kingdom would become a part of the company's territory. This was the beginning of complete British Raj. India's freedom struggle is both precious and enlightening. Explore the vastness of this motherland. Thank you.